Can you see my screen at the moment? I shared presentation.
We can see your screen.
Okay, perfect. Just a couple of seconds. Just I would like to do something before the start. If you give me a couple of seconds. Okay, that's all right. Let's start. So basically, yes, this is Power Platform, Demystified. I'm Baris Kanlica, 10 times Microsoft MVP. I'm working with Microsoft Dynamics with version 1.2. And so which makes more than 15 years. And with these 15 years, I started my career as a software developer, and then I became software department manager, solution architect, project manager, and at the moment I am technical lead in the Microsoft Dynamics projects. So around the world, I completed more than 200 Microsoft Dynamics projects at the moment, and yeah, I think that's all from my side. So this was the brief introduction about me. So let's continue with the agenda of today. I will start with the challenges in building business applications, Microsoft Cloud, Power Apps, Common Data Services, Power Automate, Power BI, and then for each section, I will talk about what is news in the October release 2020. So actually challenges in building business applications. You know that basically we have a couple of problems while creating the business applications, such as the budget constrictions and then time resource, business expectations, and you can see others in the screen as well. So these are very important things in our lives. So because we are application site, we are not developing just website, or we are not developing games, and these are different things, and the different structures, or the developing mobile applications completely different structure. But in the business application side, something should be ready to use in our life. Also, there is the Power Platform and the Dynamics 365 and the related platforms, the other companies, some platforms, similar platforms, giving us some ready-to-use solutions in there. So in Dynamics Cloud and then Power Platform Cloud, we are able to do some things together without thinking the other related things. I mean, we don't need to think about the security. We don't need to think about the database layer, or the database security, and then Windows, IaaS, and these kind of the platform as a service structures. We don't need to think about them because we are in the software as a services side, and then only our concentration should be how can we deliver these applications on time, on budget, without any problem with the customer requirements. So this is the main focus of developing business applications. With Microsoft, with the Microsoft Cloud, we are able to do this very easily, and that's why you are here. That's why you are watching this presentation, attended this presentation, and the other related presentations. So let's check together what are the important points of the developing the business applications, and then what Microsoft offers to us in the Power Platform to manage the gaps between the other related sections. Actually, let's start. So Microsoft Power Platform is a platform for building web app mobile applications and the workflows and all together, so without any problem in our life, so easily we can create these applications in there. And then in important point here, you don't, as I said before, you don't need to think about other layers of the software development. I mean security, governance, and then database. You don't need to think about these components. Just you will focus the building your web or mobile applications or your infrastructure for the integrations. So let's check. What is that? Microsoft Cloud. So in the Microsoft Cloud, as you know, we have Microsoft Office 365, and the new name is the Microsoft 365, Microsoft Dynamics 365, and the Microsoft Azure. So the center of these things, Power Platform, has ability to access to each point of these applications. And then to bring home the point on the previous slide, the full stack with the Office 365, Dynamics 365, and the Azure is the huge differentiator for the Microsoft, and the Power Platform is deeply integrated with all three clouds. It can be used to extend Office and Dynamics apps and offers product extendability and enterprise-grade security with Azure. The Microsoft Power Platform release plan for the 2020 release wave 2 describes all the new features releasing from the October 2020 to the March 2021. In this session, I will try to demonstrate to you how this Power Platform bridges many gaps with the Microsoft stack and brings many of the Microsoft products together while checking some new features. So this is the Microsoft Cloud, and then we will check Microsoft Cloud and the new release topics together in this demonstration session, actually. So when we check this, so just a second. So the Dynamics 365 at the Power Platform is the huge products. And then Power Platform side, we have Power Apps, Power BI, Power Automates, and the AI Builder applications. And then Microsoft just saw Power Apps and the rest of the Power Platform being used to create even more values. And then Office 365, LinkedIn being all of the Microsoft assets, including the thousands of ISVs who built, adopted this Microsoft platform. This is the point. What I mean the joining to this platform, you are able to part of the creating the one single application with integrate with other things and using the other Microsoft stack and the ecosystem items together. So Power BI, Power Apps, Power Automate, Power Virtual Agent, these are our Power Platform items at the moment, but today I will talk about the Power BI, Power Apps, and Power Automate. I will not talk about the Power Virtual Agents, and I will talk about the common data services. So Power Apps, as you know, it's we are using for the building the web and mobile applications. Okay, that's all right. I'm passing that. And then Power Automate is the integration tool, so we can integrate with the other related applications and the data from one side to another side, from one end to another end with the Power Automate. So between these applications, we can change the data or manipulate the data if we need in here. So I'm passing that one as well. Power BI is the demonstration tool. How you would like to demonstrate your data. This is the way of the demonstration of the all the data and the structure, what you have your end. So this is the important point. And then you can create the different applications in the Power BI. Also, another important point, in one project I used that one, and you are able to use the Power Platform applications inside of the Power BI as well. What I mean, so the Power BI also possible to use Power Apps inside of the these actually together. I can say that. So the Power Apps can be usable in the Power BI. So when you click the somewhere in the Power BI reports, then you can manipulate or to change screens of the Power Apps according to data changes, and then these became more powerful data demonstration point in our life. So that this is the one of the point I remembered I would like to share with you. And so basically when you click the somewhere in the Power BI, Power Apps changing accordingly, and then when you click the Power Apps application, you can access the data directly and you can change the data, and same meantime Power BI reports will be changed. So the in one screen you are able to do that. So the how these applications working together you can understand from that point. So another point is the Power Virtual Agents, and then so if you need the virtual agents in your applications, or the additionally you need the agents, so you are able to use these AI-driven virtual agents, and these virtual agents will answer your questions or the required things or the requests from the customer or the client immediately via bots, and then accordingly 2000 to from 2000 to 20,000 bots same time you are able to run inside of the Power Virtual Agents. So the common data services, the behind the science, behind the everything. So the common data services is working, and then common data services is keeping the data. Actually, this is, I'm calling that the new modern way of the databases. I'm calling like that. So the new modern way, because we don't need to talk about the SQL databases or the other related database technologies. We have common data services, and then common data services can serve data for us immediately what we need according to our needs. This is the important point. And then with the security concern and the security related issues, this is the point of the common data services. So you don't need to think about where is my database. We don't care anymore, because the software as a services world, and then we are just carrying the our solutions. So, okay, when we look to all these things, when we bring together all these things, so it starts from the web mobile applications, and then modern applications or the demonstrations of the data, and then more sophisticated applications in here, and then all needs can be built in this Power Platform like that. So let's speak about the Power Apps more deeply. You can see here some of the Power Apps customers. Why I put this slide to here, because you can see all the important companies are using the huge companies using these platforms, building their systems in here. So the other companies also here. These are just some of the companies and using this system. Okay, I'm passing that. So type of apps under the Power Apps, as you know, the Canvas apps and the model-driven apps. We can use the both of these in the Power Apps. So the Canvas apps are the I'm calling this the new way of the Flash. If you old like me, so maybe you remember the Adobe Flash, and then there was the Flash animations under the web pages, and then this looks like that. So with the Canvas site, we are drawing our needs, and then we are using the data and the other levels of the security or this kind of things, and then all application is here to use the Canvas-based application is there. If you don't need the Canvas-based application, if you need to just driven the data, this time you are able to use the model-driven apps, and then you can leverage your data in here. Okay, this is the comparison chart of the Canvas and the model-driven apps. I don't want to talk about this too much, because you already know the loss of point of the these applications. So the point I would like to share with you, and then I to talk about a little bit, is that one, because this is the low code development solution. As you know, Power Apps is the low code development solution, and then with the low code development, we don't need to write too much code in here. Just with the basic actions, we are able to generate our applications. Now, I think we can talk about a little bit that point a bit longer, because this is very important. Why? Enabling digital transformation across the organization. This is the point. Why? Because so extending Office applications or Dynamics 365, extending the legacy applications, building mission-critical end-to-end solutions, or building departmental solutions. This is part of the Power Apps, and this is part of the digital transformation. So as a software developers, as a project managers, as a business analyst, whatever you can call. So these are the I can see 34 people is listening to this meeting at the moment, and then these 34 people has different titles, but all of these people as the one of the part of the digital transformation. This is the important point. So the extending applications, extending end-to-end solutions, or the building solutions is the part of our business, and then we are able to do that from one side to another side, end-to-end with the Power Apps. This is the important point of the Power Apps. So let's check together what offers the Power Apps. From the Solution Explorer to the sharing and the security. So you can see here some of the important points here. Also, there are some the connectors which can able to connect us with the different data sources. So this is the important point, and then why Power Platform is the huge platform we are able to see in this presentation. So we don't need to think about app designer, form designer, view designer. We are just design our solutions, and then we don't need to talk about the data. We are just automated via between the solutions and the different applications via Power Automate. We are keeping our data secure in the common data services. If we need our data integrate with the different platforms, also we are able to do that with the more than 275 connectors. So that this is the point of the Power Apps, why Power Apps is important in our lives. Now, let's continue with the other slide. Also, Power Apps can talk with the another Azure related services such as Azure Functions, cognitive services, SQL databases, and the other related technologies can be possible to integrate in here, and then we are able to manipulate and to take data from that point, or we can able to create some different business logics in these applications, an example using Azure Functions. So also possible to building the different components using the component framework, and then HTML5, TypeScript, JavaScript, CSS. You are able to use all these things together, and then you are able to go forward with your component. Also possible to using the custom connectors in the Power Apps, in the with the Power Automate. So these are management gateway. With this management gateway, we are able to build rich applications. One of the rich application is you are able to access at the moment Power Apps emergency response resources, actually. here resources. What I mean, so the after the COVID, Microsoft generated an application, and then this application using the end-to-end platform of the Power Platform, every single point of the Power Platform. So the Chris communication applications, Power Apps with Teams together, and the bot, ER communication gallery, and the healthcare ER site, and all these things together, you are able to access at the moment all these applications built on in the Power Platform. So anytime you can go to Microsoft documentations and you can download these applications if you want. You can check all these applications. So this is one end-to-end solutions offered from the Microsoft. And then Azure Active Directory should be part of this because we don't need to think about how people sign in or to sign out to our applications. So let's speak about today's topic at the October Wave 2. So what are the important items? I checked a couple of them and I put them to here. So you can see here. So makers can add a custom page in the model-driven app designer. So because this was not possible in the model-driven apps, while generating model-driven apps, you are not able to add the custom page with the templates. You are able to see here now we are able to add the custom pages under the Power Platform in here with the model-driven apps. Another one is the preview of the model-driven app designer, and the sitemap also enable to more productive
Baris.
here. Yep.
No.
Hello.
Backgrounds. That was on name.
Sorry, I've muted them. You can continue.
Okay. So this is another point, another important thing comes with the October Wave 2, and then now publicly available. Some of them is already there, so I know some of them already there from June and March or from the different date, but now they publicly available at the moment. Then you are able to access all these new features at the moment. So another one is the new and improved experience when you are searching something in the model-driven apps, when you wrote something to here, so you are able to get the more clever resources and the more clever results in here in the screen. Yeah, let's talk about a little bit common data services. Common data services is the low-code backend. The low-code backend is important because sometimes we cannot find this. This is very important for the business application developers. And then modern database structure. This is very important point. So let's talk with another one. Common data services, so we don't need to think about our tables, we don't need to think about our fields and the other related topics actually. And then all things in the common data service with the common data model, you are able to share your data with the other related applications, and you can generate the industry-phased applications with this one. So important point here with the model-driven apps and the common data services, you are able to organize your execution pipeline, like here pre-operation, platform operation, and the post-operation things under your hands, and then you are able to write code with the C# and the other related technologies and the languages, and then when you do that, these will be directly go to the CDS, and then under the CDS, these will be in the operation execution pipeline. It will check the which pipeline you have, and then so it will do what you wrote in your code actually. So this is the point. And then Azure Service Bus and then webhooks, all these things working together in the common data services. This is the important point. That's why I'm saying the modern way of the databases, modern way of the data structure, because it's much more than just creating fields and the tables. So you are able to write your own code, integrate with data here. So what kind of things you are able to integrate? So the custom messages, automated deployments, integration API calls, work with metadata, and then transactional things, and the standard data operations, CRUD operations, create, read, update, and delete. CRUD operations you are able to do with the common data services APIs. So and then common data services, as you know, is manageable and is secure, and very important point is that it has governance. So you're able to create rich database structures with the common data services. So when you look the common data services, we are common data services APIs. These applications already integrated with it, and security, one of the point of this, logical operations, another point, and data operations, and storage, and integration. So maybe you don't aware this, but this is a database, and for like each database, these need a storage. So the storage is the part of this solution. Also, another point is the data validation. So when you enter your data, if it's at the integer point, if you are trying to enter the string character, so it will give error from the CDS side before the application. It's giving error in the CDS side, and then you are able to check the data in here in the CDS side as well. So these are the important point of the CDS. So this is low-code backend. And another important point is the interconnected applications and processes going through the structured applications. This is the point, actually. We have to know this one. This is very important for us. So how CDS is working, and then getting things together for us, and then helping us to creating modern applications. And this is the structure. If you are one of the developer or the solution architect or the business analyst from the Dynamics 365 side, you are able to know this, because this is very common structure with the Dynamics 365, but also in the Power Platform, you are able to achieve the similar things. So the web services, pre-event and the post-events plugins you are able to write, and then you are able to generate the workflows like the Power Automate, and then you are able to access the data in here. So this is logical architecture of CDS. So what comes for the CDS in the October Wave 2? So you are able to direct query, using direct query inside of the Power BI to connect common data services. Why this is important? This is important because when you use the how can I say, so when working at the changing data using a direct query connection, retrieves data when the report is loaded, as well as when the user opens the report. This will be only return data to the user who has permission using the common data services security mobile. This connector is using the tabular data stream. This is the point. And then, so via that way, with the Power BI, you can directly discover the user authentication and the other related things and the complex data types. This is the one of the good improvement in the common data services side. Another one is the relevant search API. What is relevant search API? So Microsoft introducing this one to the relevant search capability for the common data services web API by invoking this new API from your custom applications. Your apps will have access to relevant search functionality, including license query syntax, autocomplete, and to search suggestions, these kind of things. So the relevant search finds data across entity types and then which is powered in the Azure Cognitive Search Services. So that this is the point of this search API. And let's check with the Power Automate people plus automation. I loved this the branding of the Power Automate people plus automation. This is very important because one side is people, another side is the automation. So the automation is very important in our lives at the moment because everything at the moment related to at the background there are some technologies. Okay, technologies are okay, but automations very important because these automations makes our lives very easily. This is the point. So Microsoft 365, Dynamics 365 and the Azure, all these applications here, okay, that's all right. But the important point here, Power Automation brings data from one to another one. No.
Are we getting team bombed? Hold on. I think we are. Let's just remove him. Okay, so we can continue. We've removed the culprit.
Okay. So the citizen developers, pro developers, and the IT admins. So the citizen developers and the pro developers. Why this is important? This is important because the people cannot. People don't have the ability to write code actually, can build applications with the Power Automate. This is the important point. And then you don't need to be a pro developer using the Power Automate or building the solutions. This is the point of the Power Automation at the Power Automate. So, okay, I'm passing to these things. And then one automation platform gives you the thousands of the different things and the more than 300 services and then integration with AI, integration with different data services and these kind of things. You don't need to worry about automation background. So everything will be ready here and then Microsoft working on it. Just you need to use these connectors and the pre-built applications at the background. So Microsoft Power Platform, okay, this is the one point of the Power Automate. It's connecting with the Microsoft Power Platform and able to use some points, some applications or some logics inside of these Power Apps and then Power Automate at the Power Platform. Another point is Dynamics 365 and then with using the Power Automate you can go to Dynamics 365 and then you can get data or manipulate data or you can do different things in here with data. And Microsoft 365, so the Teams is part of the Microsoft 365. Inside of the Teams, you are able to do the different things. You can get, remove data in Microsoft 365 platform. So, So another point is the UI flows. UI flows are the very interesting point actually. This calling the UI flows, calling to the the robotic issues and the robotic automation. So the important point here, you are able to record step by step your user interface actions, and then you can replay them for the test actions. So this is the point of these UI applications, and then robotic process automation is part of the Power Automate. So you don't need to worry about testing your applications with the robotic process automation side. You are able to automate issues in the Windows side as well. Via that way, it will understand what UI it's working for, and then what's going on at the background, and it will test your structure or automate your solutions in the desktop side as well. So okay, I think that these are robotic automation, and then let's speak about what comes with the October Wave 2 for the Power Automation. And UI flows allow users to customize their retry and the timeout settings for each action. This is the important point, because before this one, we are not able to retry and the timeout in the our interfaces. Via that way, we are able to do this in our Power Automate solutions as well. Another one is the delay action. Delay action is important. Actually, in some applications, you have to wait to do something, and you have to check the something time accordingly. This is important for the scheduling applications. So we are delaying. You are able to do some different things. You can wait your applications until the time occurs, and then you are able to understand there are some delays in the different application, and your application will be more attractive while getting data from the another solution. This is the one of the important improvement. And then another one is should be interesting one. After that point, users can customize retry policy and the timeout settings for each action in the UI flow. This customization includes settings different retry counts at the retry interface and for any steps like the fail. This is the point. And then this is also possible to performance issues related to user interface, so you are able to do that. And then this is the Power Automate. You are able to use these sections under the Power Apps, and then you are able to select the different flows more easily. And then also you are able to when you think with the another one, when you think with the delay option, and then when you think with this timeout section, so you are able to better manage the user interface issues on the Canvas apps site, or the Power Apps, or the model-driven app site actually. So when you use all these three action together, and this one and this one, so you will build better user interface applications. Okay, this was the Power Automate. Let's speak about Power BI. Power BI is it's the modern way of the analytics. So the modern way of the demonstrating of the data, and then it's possible to get your data, and then when you get your data, you can look to here. Power BI data resources you're able to get from the SAP HANA to the another applications structures, or the different database structures. And then with the Power BI, you can demonstrate all this data comes from the different sources. Yes, you can analyze your data, how you get your data. You can analyze your data. With the analyze, you are able to do different charts here in the screen, and then via these charts, they can be interact with each other, and they create very interactive solutions for your visualization of your data. So that you can see here different things. And you are able to publish your solution. When you publish your solution, everybody in the team can access to these Power Apps, Power BI reports. I'm passing to this one, collaboration, and then so together you are able to see your data. Important point with the Power BI is you are able to chat the Power BI data with your mobile phone. This is the very interesting point I would in the screen you are able to see at the moment. So the show me insights one, and then directly insights one is coming here. So this is very nice application, demonstration of data. Just talking with the system, you are able to get your charts and your data in your mobile phone and the other connected devices. So, okay, what are the new things in here? What are the important points related to Power BI on the October wave? So let's speak about this one. This is data lineage and the impact analysis in enhancement. So there are different perspectives here. There are different data visualization here, basically. So some of the improvements here as well, and then via that way Microsoft sorted out the lots of problems at the background, and some of the KPIs, good data charts, and the other related things comes together in here, and then you are able to see your data in one line. This is very good point of the showing and then demonstrating the data. Also, you are able to use this your building your solutions as well. And then another one is the analyzing Power BI from SharePoint list. So I can say like that many teams and organizations use SharePoint list, and then for the organized information, collaborating the structured data. To quickly understand their data, users transform their list into charts and then visuals by building reports tools like Power BI, but this wasn't possible directly inside of the SharePoint. Via that way, you are able to use these charts inside of the SharePoint, connecting with your Power BI site. So this is the very good implementation between SharePoint and the Power BI for the analyze some data inside of the SharePoint lists. So okay, this one is another one, and yeah, customers using the Power BI and then achieve more with these Power BI solutions. And actually, this is end my presentation. I would like to say thank you to join this session and to listen to me. If you have any questions, I can try to answer them.
No questions so far. If anybody has any questions, could you put them in the chat or take yourself off mute? And feel free to ask questions at this point. Okay. Well, Baris, we'll be around for you to ask any questions if you wanted to reach out to him afterwards. But as you can see from the slide, please don't forget to leave your survey, complete your survey. Each time you complete your survey for each of the presenters, you're actually entered into a prize draw to win $50. And if you've been posting throughout, thank you very much. The winners will also be announced at the end of the session, in the last session of the day. Don't also forget, you need to be in that session in order to receive the actual prize. So please stay until the absolute end. Baris, thank you so much. That
Thank
was
you for
really
listening to me.
insightful and a lot of information.
Mhm.
I'm going to have to rewatch this session again just to understand and grasp all the concepts that you shared with us. But thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Good. Okay, so just looking at our schedule. Who we have next is Bailey Moss, who's going to share with us schedule and send remind emails via Power Automate. So I am going to make you a presenter. There you go. Okay, so Bailey, you are now a presenter.
Hi, can you hear me, Trisha?
I can hear you, yes.
All right, great.
Hi.
Give me 1 second. I'll go ahead and share my screen and then turn on my webcam.
Awesome. Hopefully we don't have any interesting visitors. I will be very vigilant.
If it's all a learning process with everything being virtual these days, so I'm sure that's only